Kash Patel's losing his mind, apparently. He's like drinking like a lush, which is very cool. Another cool guy. Another DUI hire, baby. Let's go.
So Hasan Piker just went full contrarian on the Kash Patel drinking scandal that's dominating headlines and its peak anti-establishment commentary. The Atlantic dropped bombshell reporting with 9 FBI sources detailing Patel's alleged alcohol problems. But watch how he flips this into a culture war battleground about masculine authenticity versus woke scolds.
You can't party a little bit? Really? That's what we're doing? Oh my God. Oh, a bunch of freaking woke scolds, dude. What? You can't be the FBI director and get hammered, dude? Bunch of goddamn snowflakes up in this bitch. Oh, hall monitors. I'm a freaking weenie. Let my man drink. Let Cash drink. Cash money, baby. Let him drink and then let him drive, actually. Let him drink and drive.
This is classic anti-institutional framing, positioning heavy drinking not as professional misconduct, but as authentic masculinity being policed by pearl-clutching elites. It's the exact cultural divide that helped Trump win working-class voters who see corporate HR culture as suffocating their identity. The "let men be men" messaging resonates.
I didn't realize that being the freaking director of the FBI meant you can't have fun. I didn't realize that the position dictated no fun as a part of the policy. Hello? Yeah, Spider Cash, Spider Cash.
There's real cognitive dissonance here among progressives who spent years attacking the FBI as fascist, but now clutch pearls about professional standards. The argument that institutional expectations kill authenticity actually tracks. Maybe we prefer messy humans over polished bureaucrats who surveilled activists for decades.
Also, bro, she got 9 sources. What the are you talking about? That's insane. It's not like one anonymous guy revealed this to the Atlantic. It's over at that point. What do you mean?
I just want to give you an opportunity to respond to this reaction to your piece, because Patel's advisor, Erica Knight, called your piece fabricated stories. She said that every serious DC reporter passed on. Sarah Fitzpatrick and Jeffrey Goldberg printed it anyway. Lawsuit is being filed. What do you say to that?
I say that I am a very careful, very diligent, award-winning investigative reporter.
Dog, you don't even need to say that. You can just say, clearly, everyone around this person absolutely hates, absolutely despises Kash Patel, because how are you going to get 9 agents? That means people hate his ass, bro.
He's absolutely right about 9 sources being unprecedented. That's not normal leaking. That's institutional revolt. When career agents risk their careers to torpedo a nominee, it suggests either deep corruption or complete cultural mismatch. Either way, it validates Trump voters' belief that the deep state exists and fights back.
9 sources is a mutiny. What are we talking about? 2 is enough for confirmation. 9 means everyone in the agency is like, bro, what the is this guy doing? 1 source, I'd be like, okay, who knows, right? 2 means it's confirmation time. 3 is you're solid, you're reliable. 9 means they were running around telling the janitor that we gotta get this guy out of here. That means literally people in the FBI were running around being like, please help us. That's insane. It's also so funny because Kash Patel is the one guy that is the least convincing man in America.
This shows sophisticated media literacy, understanding that source count reveals institutional dynamics, not just story credibility. 9 sources means Patel either alienated everyone immediately or the FBI brass orchestrated a takedown. Both scenarios confirm anti-establishment suspicions about how Washington really works behind closed doors.
You guys know I've talked about this quite a bit. Like, this is the type of story that absolutely makes sense about Kash Patel because he's so demonstrably incompetent on camera too. It's not like this came as a surprise to you, right? It didn't come as a surprise to me. I didn't hear about the story and went, oh my God, not my Kash Patel. I didn't go, wow, that's really alarming. I mean, he is such a consummate professional otherwise. Very shocking new revelation about Kash Patel. Who else in this administration is supposedly living a dual life, a real Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde situation, right? No one is saying that. They're like, oh, that makes so much sense, actually.
Brilliant insight here. Trump voters aren't shocked by incompetence because they elected disruption, not competence. Patel's visible unfitness isn't a bug, it's a feature. The point is destroying institutional credibility, and alcoholic podcasters running the FBI accomplishes that mission perfectly. Chaos is the strategy.
Forgot about that. Oh my God, that's right. He literally took the FBI PJ with his girlfriend to Italy to chug beers with the hockey team. Oh my God. There's also video evidence of this kind of behavior on the job, mind you.
That pattern, which is giving everyone pause. These are not one-off events.
Look at him.
That Italy hockey video was pure trolling, taking the FBI's private jet for beer pong with athletes while taxpayers funded it. It wasn't hidden scandal, it was open defiance performed for social media. The message: we're dismantling your precious institutions and laughing about it publicly.
Didn't realize it was illegal for dudes to rock. Yeah. God forbid men have hobbies. Yeah. This is the DEI HR. This is exactly why Kamala Harris lost. Yeah. I'm sorry. Legalize being cool, please.
The DEI to HR culture connection is spot on. Democrats lost working class men partly because they sound like corporate compliance officers policing fun. When institutional Democrats demand professionalism from Trump appointees, it reinforces perceptions that they're joyless scolds who hate masculine energy and authentic behavior.
But they don't got to do, okay? Yeah, the war on men is real. Kash Patel should not ever have to apologize for party rocking. Don't ever say sorry for party rocking, Crash. Yeah, legalize men, legalize being brolic, legalize throwing it back in the locker room after the Olympic hockey team wins. That's what he was doing. He was throwing his booty cheeks back too. That was also awesome. Don't do it. See? Sorry for party rocking. Don't do it. They're doing it already. This is what the Democrats want you to do. Okay? They want you to never see brawlhalla.
This war on men framing explains Trump's gender gap surge. When Democrats criticize drinking and partying as unprofessional, many men hear attacks on male bonding and stress relief. The apologetic culture critique hits deep. Modern masculinity feels criminalized by corporate sensitivity training and HR policies.
Dude, it is kind of wild that like this admin also brought all the freaks. And one of the funniest things that this admin has done with all of his freaks is they're all alcoholics. I don't know. I feel like back in the day when you were in a high position like this, like you would have to hide that. You know, you wouldn't be doing it so much that 9 independent sources would confirm it, right?
That was not made lightly. And I think that's the fact that it was made and that it was well known, I think because of that level of concern, really tells you about, the kind of larger picture here. And look, you have the FBI is
awesome. We really did go from DEI hires to DUI hires. Like, just, they were like, no, this is better.
The DEI to DUI evolution perfectly captures Trump's cultural revolution. Instead of diverse professionals who follow rules, he hired chaotic loyalists who break them. It's authenticity versus performance, messy humans versus polished bureaucrats. Many voters prefer authentic disasters to competent establishment figures they don't trust.
It is pretty funny that Trump notoriously doesn't drink because his brother was an alcoholic and died to alcoholism. And Trump is unbelievably anti-alcohol and he's surrounded himself with alcoholic rape. That's so funny.
This irony runs deeper than personal contradiction. It reveals Trump's management philosophy. He doesn't hire people like himself. He hires people who'll execute his chaos agenda. His sobriety gives him control while their drinking creates the institutional destruction he wants. It's calculated delegation of disruption.
Clearly the FBI director is a phony-ass, Mickey Mouse-ass position, considering Kash Patel's been doing a wonderful job at it, let's be real. I can't think of the FBI being better received than it is now, okay? Thank God they put a podcaster up in that bitch. That works so good. It's so goddamn good. Sarah Fitzpatrick, I spoke to 24 people familiar with Patel's conduct for this story, many of whom described it as a national security vulnerability. In response to 19 detailed questions, Patel said, "Print it, all false. I'll see you in court. Bring your checkbook." Wait, there's a Lego about Patel?
Kash Patel! Crazy eyes!
They didn't just make this. No, these are Americans making Iranian-style Lego bangers now.
The FBI's reputation is so damaged that Patel's incompetence feels like improvement to many Americans. After decades of surveillance scandals and political weaponization, a drunk podcaster seems less threatening than competent authoritarians. Sometimes institutional failure is preferable to institutional success at oppression.
You know what's really important about this? First of all, it's definitely noticeably lower quality, so it's not the Lego guy. However, the style of music that they're making might not be appealing to some of you, but this is exactly the kind of like coworker music. They have somehow dialed in on exactly what American coworkers in the heartland enjoy sincerely. I don't know if they just like were spiritually the same and they thought it was awesome. I don't know if it's because it's just like Suno AI and that's like what it was trained on, but this is like Tom McDonald rap and there's a market for it. It's not you. None of you elite bi-coastal libtards are ever going to understand the beauties of Tom McDonald, but like clearly in the countryside, this kind of normie core slop has a lot of impact. So I think that they've just maybe by sheer stroke of accident, luck, whatever you want to call it, we're able to hit a frequency like a dog whistle that like your coworkers will enjoy. You know, Imagine Dragons, like that type of
This cultural analysis is brilliant. Foreign propagandists understand Middle America better than coastal elites do. They're producing Imagine Dragons level corporate rock that resonates with suburban dads, while Democrats lecture about microaggressions. The Tom McDonald phenomenon proves there's huge demand for anti-elite messaging in accessible formats.
Please help me understand. How are we watching a Lego video on the US FBI director? My brain cannot cope with reality. Okay, how about your brain coping with the reality that the current FBI director is not only drunk all the time, but is a literal podcaster. And the only reason why he's currently the FBI director is because he wrote a child's book about the president being an almighty, powerful king. A child's book that he also put himself in as well. That's literally the only qualification for why Kash Patel is currently the FBI director. He has no background in this whatsoever, dude. This is the only reality that we exist in, unfortunately, where the actual events that have unfolded are infinitely more insane than like someone turning this into a piece of satire, a piece of biting critique.
The children's book qualification is the perfect metaphor for our surreal moment. Traditional credentials mean nothing when the game is institutional destruction. A drunk podcaster with a Trump coloring book makes more sense than competent professionals who'd preserve systems voters want demolished. Absurdity is honesty now.